Hey Beatle people, how's everybody doing? Sorry it's been a hot minute since I've made a video. I'm actually getting over a pretty awful cold and crazy gnarly ear infection, but that's TMI, you guys don't want to know about that. But some pretty cool news dropped yesterday. If you didn't hear, there's a new Beatle-esque film that's coming out. No, the Beatles aren't in it necessarily, but it's a movie that Universal is making called Yesterday. And if you haven't heard the premise, it's about this guy named Jack who gets hit by a bus while he's riding his bike, and he suddenly comes into this alternate universe where nobody knows who the Beatles are except for him. So he starts playing Beatles music and he becomes a huge, worldly successful musician and songwriter. And first of all, I'm gonna have to sue somebody, because I swear I came up with this idea years ago. And I don't remember who I talked to about it, but I'm pretty sure, or it was along the lines of a discussion going, man, excuse me, if I, was the only person in the world that, knew Beatles songs, or if I lived in a universe where something like that happened, I would totally do the same thing. I would totally pretend that I wrote those songs to become rich and successful, and people think that I'm the greatest songwriter in the entire world. So I think it's a great concept. Though I think this movie has a great concept, the idea of having a Beatles movie out like this kind of scares me. Because if you guys remember, back in 2007, we had Across the Universe. And man, do I hate that movie. The idea was great, but once executed, I hated it. I'll never forget, it was my 18th birthday, and that movie had just come out in theaters. So a bunch of my friends and I went to go see it because that's what I wanted to do for my birthday. And I just hated it. Now, before people go, oh my God, I don't hate the way that the music was done for Across the Universe. I actually liked a lot of the covers that those guys did. Some of them were actually pretty good, but just too much psychedelia and trying to be too 60s. I don't like Across the Universe. I can't really explain why, but I feel like this idea, this concept for this movie is really good, and I'm really, really hoping that it doesn't disappoint. Because could you imagine you being the only person in the world remembering all of these amazing, amazing songs? Yeah, I would take credit for them too. Another thought I had is that this movie is being made by Universal Studios. So I'm saying the theme parks here in Orlando and in California, I'm ready for my Beatles ride. Or some sort of an attraction. Universal Music Group has the rights to, Beatles stuff, and now Universal Studios is making this movie. Come on. I also think this movie is another really good way for younger generations that don't know the Beatles so well to get introduced to the Beatles, and I think that's what's so great about projects like this. It's been almost, 60 years since the Beatles formed, and we're still talking about them to this day, and they're being used in movies and TV and all kinds of different mediums, and it just proves that it's the best music of all time and that it's never going to go away. So, once again, really hoping that this movie doesn't disappoint. It comes out this summer, so something else for us Beatles fans to look forward to. Alright guys, if this is your first time over here at my channel, please subscribe for more. I try and put out new videos as often as I can. Also, another reminder that if you have not purchased your tickets for Beatles on the Beach yet, what are you waiting for? You can head down to BeatlesOnTheBeach.com head over to the little ticket page, which takes you to Ticketmaster. And once you head out to the checkout page, you can put in a special offer code. You just put in my name, Caitlin, and that gets you a free VIP meet and greet. Me, Tony Bramwell, and Leslie Cavendish. Just saying. Nobody else has this offer. Only here at my channel can you go to Beatles on the Beach and hang out with all those cool people, myself included. So tell me what you guys think about this movie. Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think it's going to suck? And until next time, as always, peace and love. See ya.